Hoy todos piensan, ay, que ya me ven ahí y piensan, es muy fácil. Nada es fácil en esta vida. Todo es bien difícil.
The world of boxing has always been full of intrigue, drama, and larger-than-life personalities. But the story we're diving into today is something entirely unprecedented. Imagine the scenario. A global boxing icon, revered and feared by fighters across the globe, suddenly linked to one of the most notorious organizations in the world. Yes, you read that right. Canelo Álvarez, the pride of Mexico and the undisputed king of the ring, is being whispered about in connection to the Mexican mafia. But is this wild claim a mere fabrication? Or is there something deeper behind the scenes that even his most ardent fans have never imagined? Buckle up, because this story will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about Canelo Álvarez and his rise to boxing supremacy. Canelo Álvarez is no stranger to the spotlight. From his explosive debut as a teenager to his reign as a multiple division world champion, he has captivated millions with his power, precision, and unparalleled ring IQ. But beneath the glittering belts and roaring crowds lies a narrative that few dare to explore. Why do so many of his peers and rivals claim to fear him? And how did whispers of mafia connections enter the conversation? To understand this, we need to dissect not just the man but the legend, starting with his dominance in boxing. Canelo's skill set is a masterclass in the art of pugilism. His ability to adapt mid-fight, coupled with devastating body shots and an almost impenetrable defense, has left opponents scratching their heads and nursing their wounds. Floyd Mayweather, who remains the only man to hand Canelo a decisive defeat, once commented, "He's got the tools to be the best. He learns, and that's dangerous." That's a statement from a man who knows a thing or two about being feared in the ring. But what sets Canelo apart isn't just his physical prowess, it's his psychological edge. Fighters often speak of the unnerving aura he carries, a calm, almost predatory demeanor that can unnerve even the most seasoned veterans. Take, for example, his clash with Gennady Golovkin. The first fight was controversial, ending in a draw, but the rematch saw Canelo step into the ring with a level of confidence and aggression that surprised even his staunchest critics. Golovkin himself admitted after the fight, "He's not just a great boxer, he's smart, he's calculated." And that's the crux of why Canelo is feared. It's not just his fists, but his mind that makes him a formidable opponent. But boxing prowess alone doesn't explain the whispers of mafia ties. For that, we need to look at Canelo's roots. Born and raised in Guadalajara, Mexico, he embodies the grit and determination that defines so many Mexican fighters. His journey from a humble family background to global superstardom is nothing short of inspiring. Yet it's also this very background that fuels the rumors. In a country where crime syndicates often wield significant influence, being a success story can sometimes come with unfounded allegations of associations. Names like Julio Cesar Chavez and Eric Morales have been etched into the annals of history, but none have achieved the global reach of Canelo Álvarez. With fame, however, comes scrutiny. Some claim that Canelo's rise was too perfect, sparking rumors that powerful backers may have smoothed the path. A former pro boxer, who chose to remain anonymous, stated, "In Mexico, it's hard to rise that fast without connections." I'm not saying Canelo is involved, but it makes you wonder. People talk because they can't believe someone can achieve success through hard work. He said in a recent interview, "I've built my career punch by punch, fight by fight. Those who doubt me can look at my record and my journey." His words resonate with truth, but for some, they're not enough to silence the whispers. The rumors took on a life of their own when a well-known journalist claimed that Canelo's team had undeniable ties to figures linked to organized crime. The story made headlines, and while no concrete evidence was presented, it added fuel to an already raging fire. Fans and critics alike were divided. For every supporter who dismissed the claims as baseless, there was another who speculated about the implications. Could it be that Canelo's dominance extends beyond the ring into realms that make him untouchable in more ways than one? The fear surrounding Canelo isn't limited to his alleged connections. It's deeply rooted in his ability to dismantle opponents with surgical precision. Fighters who step into the ring with him often talk about a different kind of pressure. Danny Jacobs, who faced Canelo in 2019, described it as a mental game. He elaborated, "You're not just fighting his punches. You're fighting his presence. It's like he knows what you're going to do before you do it." Stories of Canelo's grueling training sessions are the stuff of legend. His longtime trainer, Eddie Reynoso, once revealed, Canelo doesn't stop until he's perfected every aspect of his game. That's why he's where he is today. Such dedication is rare and undoubtedly a key factor in his unparalleled success. Cultural and regional ties also play a significant role in shaping Canelo's image. In Mexico, boxing is more than a sport. It's a way of life. Champions are seen as national heroes, symbols of hope in a country that often faces significant challenges. Canelo's status as a Mexican icon makes him a target for both adoration and scrutiny. The idea that someone so successful might have ties to powerful organizations isn't just a rumor. It's a narrative that resonates in a context where such connections are not unheard of. But context is key. Mexico's complex socio-political landscape has often blurred the lines between success and suspicion. For Canelo, these allegations may be less about truth and more about the inevitability of being at the top. When you're the face of a sport and a nation, people will talk. As one fan put it, Canelo's only crime is being the best. Everything else is jealousy. Beyond the ring, Canelo's influence is vast. He's not just a fighter, he's a brand, a mogul, and a cultural icon. His reach extends into business ventures, endorsements, and philanthropy. In many ways, he represents the pinnacle of what a modern athlete can achieve. But with great power comes great suspicion. Is the fear of Canelo rooted in his fists, his mind, or something more shadowy? As the rumors continue to swirl, one thing is certain: Canelo Álvarez remains an enigma. Whether you believe the allegations or dismiss them as baseless, there's no denying that he's a force to be reckoned with. And perhaps that's the true source of fear: the unknown. The idea that there's more to Canelo than meets the eye. One thing's for sure: the legend of Canelo Álvarez is far from over, and the story is only getting started. Boxing is not just a sport. It's a global stage where the fighters become larger-than-life figures. And when it comes to wielding influence beyond the ring, few can rival Canelo Álvarez. The Mexican superstar's power transcends his impeccable record and championship belts. He is a brand, a symbol, and an icon, commanding respect not only among his fans, but also among those in the boxing world who know what it takes to get to his level. But what does it mean to wield such influence, and how does it impact those around him? Canelo's power is felt in every corner of the sport. His fights generate astronomical revenue, filling arenas and breaking pay-per-view records. Promoters, networks, and fellow fighters all understand that a bout with Canelo is not just an opportunity, it's a life-changing event. Fighters who step into the ring with him often see their careers catapulted, even in defeat. But with this influence comes an undeniable intimidation factor. Imagine being a boxer trying to negotiate a fight with Canelo. The stakes are high, the spotlight is brighter than ever, and the pressure is immense. It's not just about winning or losing. It's about proving yourself on the biggest stage imaginable. Promoters, too, feel the weight of Canelo's presence. His team, led by Eddie Reynoso, is known for being meticulous in negotiations, ensuring that every aspect of a fight from the venue to the financial split favors their side. This level of control can be intimidating, even for seasoned promoters who are used to dealing with high-profile fighters. One insider noted, when you're dealing with Canelo, you're not just dealing with a fighter, you're dealing with an empire. That kind of power changes the dynamic. What is it about Canelo that strikes fear into the hearts of his opponents? The answer lies in a combination of factors. First, there's his physical prowess. Canelo is a master technician, capable of adapting to any style and exploiting any weakness. His opponents know that one mistake can be costly, and that knowledge alone is enough to make even the most confident fighters second-guess themselves. Then there's the mental aspect. Canelo is a master of psychological warfare, often exuding a calm confidence that can unsettle his opponents before the first bell even rings. His demeanor is unshakable, his focus unbreakable. Fighters who step into the ring with him often describe feeling a sense of inevitability, as if they're not just fighting a man but a force of nature. As Danny Jacobs once said, Canelo has this aura about him. You feel it when you're in the ring with him. It's not just his skills, it's his presence. His commitment to his craft is legendary, with stories of grueling sparring sessions and relentless conditioning routines. Eddie Reynoso has often praised Canelo's work ethic, saying, "He's the hardest working fighter I've ever trained. He pushes himself to the limit every single day." This level of dedication is evident in his performances, where he consistently outclasses his opponents in every aspect of the game. But it's not just Canelo's abilities that make him a feared figure in boxing. It's the impact he has on the sport as a whole. His influence extends beyond the ring. shaping the careers of those around him and setting a standard that few can match. Fighters who face Canelo know that they're stepping into the ring with more than just a man. They're stepping into the ring with a legacy. The whispers of Canelo's connections to powerful organizations only add to his mystique. While there's no concrete evidence to support these claims, the very idea of such ties adds an extra layer of intrigue to his story. Whether true or not, these rumors have become a part of the narrative, further cementing Canelo's status as one of the most compelling figures in sports today. As we peel back the layers of Canelo's career, it becomes clear that his influence is multifaceted. He is a fighter, a businessman, and a cultural icon, wielding a level of power that few can comprehend. Whether you admire him for his skills, respect him for his achievements, or fear him for his dominance, one thing is certain: Canelo Álvarez is a force to be reckoned with, both inside and outside the ring. The real-life risks of being associated with allegations as serious as ties to the Mexican mafia cannot be overstated. For someone like Canelo Álvarez, whose career and legacy rest on his public image, such claims have the potential to cause significant damage. The legal implications alone could be catastrophic. In countries like Mexico and the United States, any suggestion of criminal affiliations can prompt investigations that disrupt not only a career, but also personal life. Canelo's team must be acutely aware of the ripple effects these allegations could have, from legal battles to potential sanctions within the boxing community. Reputational damage is another critical aspect. In the court of public opinion, even unproven claims can linger like a dark cloud. For an athlete of Canelo's stature, whose endorsements and marketability depend on a pristine image, such allegations can lead to strained relationships with sponsors, partners, and fans. Imagine the impact of losing multi-million-dollar deals because of rumors that may not have any basis in fact. The media often plays a pivotal role in amplifying such stories, whether by giving them credence or by tearing them apart. Sensational headlines and speculative reporting can escalate the situation, creating a narrative that's hard to control. Canelo and his team have so far managed these challenges with a mix of defiance and transparency. By addressing the rumors head-on, Canelo has taken a proactive approach to protecting his legacy. In interviews, he's repeatedly emphasized his commitment to hard work and his disdain for baseless gossip. This strategy of confronting allegations directly, rather than letting them fester, is crucial in a world where silence is often interpreted as guilt. Eddie Reynoso and the rest of Canelo's management team have also been instrumental in crafting a narrative that highlights his achievements and philanthropic efforts, painting a picture of a man dedicated to his craft and his community. Still, the shadow of such allegations can be long-lasting. It takes a concerted effort to shift public perception, especially when the media's appetite for controversy seems insatiable. The key for Canelo will be to maintain his focus on what he does best, dominating in the ring and setting an example for the next generation of fighters. By continuing to win fights and conduct himself with professionalism, he can demonstrate that actions speak louder than words. In the end, the story of Canelo Álvarez is one of resilience and complexity. He is a man who has risen from humble beginnings to become one of the most celebrated athletes in the world. Along the way, he has faced challenges and controversies that would have derailed lesser figures. Whether you believe the rumors or not, there's no denying that Canelo's journey is a testament to the power of perseverance. As he continues to write